Men over 50, listen closely. I'm a physician who helps men restore sexual health, and today I'm calling out a bedtime ritual that quietly drains your erections. It's not age, it's not a character flaw, and it's not a mystery. It's your shower, more specifically, the long, scalding hot shower right before bed under bright bathroom lights. That single habit collides with three pillars of male sexual function: temperature, hydration, and sleep architecture. And the result is fewer nocturnal erections and weaker morning wood. Let's start with temperature. Your testicles are designed to run cooler than your core, about 2 to 4 degrees Celsius lower. That's not a quirky design choice. It's biology, protecting hormone enzymes, nitric oxide pathways, and sperm production. When you bake your groin with steaming water for 10 or 15 minutes, you overwhelm the body's built-in cooling system. The cremaster muscle relaxes from heat, the scrotum hangs, and local temperature climbs. Even after you step out, residual heat can persist for an hour or more because you've warmed the tissue, not just the skin. While the most famous consequence is lower sperm quality, the part men feel next morning is vascular. Heat temporarily disrupts the microcirculation that feeds erectile tissue and may blunt the nocturnal surges that keep that tissue elastic and responsive. Overheat the system at night, and the hydraulics underperform at dawn. Now consider hydration. Hot showers dehydrate you in two ways. They make you sweat, yes, even as water hits you, and they encourage longer bathroom time, which many men combine with a diuretic nightcap like beer or wine. Dehydration thickens blood, reduces plasma volume, and makes it harder to generate the pressure and flow an erection requires. Your body prioritizes core organs when fluid is low. Perfusing erectile tissue drops on the priority list. If you finish a sauna-level shower, skip water, and head straight to bed, you've set the stage for a dry vascular system and a limp morning. But the biggest sabotage happens in your brain. Erections during sleep peak in REM cycles, and those cycles depend on robust melatonin release. Bright bathroom lighting, especially cool white LEDs, tells your brain it's noon. Even 15 minutes of strong light can suppress melatonin enough to delay or thin your REM. Pair that light blast with the core-warming effect of a very hot shower, and you've created a body that feels daytime alert at exactly the moment it should be transitioning into deep sleep. You fall asleep because you're tired, but the sleep you get is fragmented, shallow, and REM poor. Fewer shorter REM bouts mean fewer, weaker nocturnal erections. That's why guys say, "I slept, but I didn't wake up with anything." It's not the quantity of sleep. It's the quality and timing you just sabotaged with heat and light. There's also a nervous system twist most men miss. Hot water cues vasodilation, blood vessels in your skin open to dump heat. That reflex can drop blood pressure a bit and push your heart rate up to compensate. Right before bed, that can trigger a subtle stress response that keeps your sympathetic gas pedal slightly pressed when you need the parasympathetic brake to dominate. Erections are a rest and digest event. If you climb into bed with your internal thermostat revving and your heart just a notch too fast, you're not setting the hormonal and vascular stage for strong nocturnal tumescence. What about hygiene, doc? I have to shower at night. Showering isn't the enemy. The way you're doing it is. Scalding water, bright overhead LEDs, fragrance-heavy gels rubbed into the groin, and zero rehydration afterward, that's the cocktail that weakens erections. Even the products matter. Harsh surfactants can irritate delicate skin, and some men are sensitive to heavily fragranced formulas. Irritation and low-grade inflammation increase sympathetic tone and can make nocturnal awakenings, bathroom trips, itching, discomfort more likely. Every wake-up is a REM disruptor, and every REM disruptor is an erection thief. Here's the truth I want you to absorb. Your morning wood is a nightly performance review of your vascular health, your hormones, and your sleep rhythm. The long, scalding last-minute shower under bright lights sets you up to fail that review. You heat the very tissue that prefers cool. You shed fluid you don't replace. You tell your brain with light that it's the wrong time to sleep deeply. And then you wonder why you wake up flat. It's not mystery. It's mechanism. In the next segment, I'll show you how to flip this from a liability into a performance enhancer. The Erection Smart Shower Routine. We'll dial the temperature, fix the timing, solve the light problem, choose products that play nice with your hormones and nerves, and add one tiny end of shower tweak that supports nitric oxide without jacking up your heart rate. If you're over 50 and you want consistent morning erections back, this is low-hanging fruit you can pick tonight. Here's the good news. You don't need to ditch showers altogether. You just need to rewire how you take them. Done right, your shower can actually boost your erections instead of weaken them. I call this the Erections Smart Shower Routine. And it comes down to 5 adjustments: timing, temperature, light, rehydration, and circulation. Let's break each one down. Timing is everything. If you're used to showering right before bed, shift it earlier. Aim for at least 60 to 90 minutes before you hit the pillow. Why? Because your core body temperature needs to drop for you to enter deep sleep. If you heat yourself up with steaming water and crawl under the covers immediately after, you're fighting your body's natural cooling curve. By showering earlier, you give your body enough time to shed that excess heat. So by the time you're in bed, your core temperature is sliding downward. Perfect for deep, REM-rich sleep. Remember, REM is when nocturnal erections are strongest. Dial down the heat. You don't need to torture yourself with an ice bath, but skip the scalding water. Use warm water for most of the shower. Then finish with 30 to 60 seconds of cool, not freezing, water directed at your legs, arms, and even gently at the groin area. This does 2 things. It helps your body reset to a lower temperature, and it activates the endothelial cells in your blood vessels, stimulating nitric oxide release. Nitric oxide is the molecule that tells erectile tissue to relax and fill with blood. That tiny cool water finish is like priming the pump for your vascular system. Fix the light problem. Most bathrooms have bright white LED bulbs, the same type offices use to keep people alert. That's the last thing you want before bed. Swap them for warm amber-toned bulbs, or use a dim nightlight if you're showering late. If you want to go further, try a red light bulb for your bathroom. Red light doesn't suppress melatonin the way blue and white light do. Protecting melatonin is non-negotiable if you want strong REM sleep and strong erections. Remember, erections are a sleep event before they're a bedroom event. Rehydrate immediately. Hot water and steam deplete your fluid reserves. Even a short shower can make you sweat more than you realize. Every time you step out, drink a full glass of water, ideally with a pinch of sea salt or electrolytes if you've had alcohol, caffeine, or a sweaty day. Think of it as refilling the hydraulic system. Erections are all about hydraulics. And hydraulics only work when you've got the right fluid balance. Men who hydrate after showers report firmer morning erections within days. Stimulate circulation without spiking stress. Here's a trick. After your shower, stand tall, breathe deeply, and do 10 to 15 slow bodyweight squats, or heel raises. This pumps blood through your legs and pelvis, gently stimulating circulation to the very arteries that matter for erections. The key is gentle, not a workout. You're signaling your vascular system to open up, not telling your adrenal glands to dump cortisol. 2 minutes of calm movement primes your body for better nocturnal erections. Now let's connect this back to why so many men over 50 notice changes. As we age, blood vessels stiffen, nitric oxide production declines, and hormone rhythms flatten. If you keep sabotaging your system with overheated showers, bright lights, and dehydration, you accelerate that decline. But when you flip those habits, you actually give your body the conditions it craves to perform like it did years ago. This is why small tweaks, like cooler showers, better timing, and hydration, create outsized results. You're not adding anything unnatural. You're simply removing the barriers. Here's another overlooked angle. Your skin is an organ that communicates with your nervous system. Harsh soaps and long hot showers strip oils and create micro-irritation. That irritation keeps your sympathetic nervous system, the fight or flight mode, slightly activated. Remember, erections belong to the parasympathetic rest and digest state. The calmer and less irritated your system is, the easier nocturnal erections become. Use a mild unscented cleanser for your groin and avoid over-scrubbing. Treat that area like sensitive medical equipment, because it is. If you doubt this matters, consider this. In clinical settings, we can measure nocturnal erections with something called a penile tumescence monitor. When men adopt cooling strategies, protect melatonin, and rehydrate consistently, those nocturnal erections not only return but increase in duration and rigidity. The data matches what men report subjectively: stronger, more consistent morning wood. So here's your new evening mantra: warm, not scalding; dim, not bright; hydrated, not dry; cool finish, not overheated. Build those into your nightly shower, and you'll create the conditions for your body to do what it's naturally wired to do: produce strong erections in the middle of the night and hold on to them until morning. In the final segment, I'll take you one step further. We'll cover the hormone connection to showers, the overlooked role of skin temperature cycles, and a surprising shower timing trick that syncs your testosterone release for maximum morning wood. We'll also tackle when not to shower, and why skipping a shower at certain times can actually improve erections. Stay tuned, because this is the part most men have never heard before. Let's go deeper. You now know how a scalding shower under bright lights sabotages erections, and how a smarter routine can flip the script. But there's another layer most men, and even most doctors, never consider: the hormonal and temperature rhythms that showers either support or disrupt. Once you understand this, you'll see why your nightly routine can literally make or break your morning wood. Here's the first piece: testosterone timing. Testosterone follows a circadian rhythm. It begins rising in the late evening, peaks in the early morning, and then tapers across the day. That rise is supported by deep sleep and early REM cycles. When you overheat yourself right before bed, you blunt that natural climb. Studies show that higher scrotal temperature can lower serum testosterone by disrupting enzyme activity. So when men complain of low T after 50, sometimes it's not their age, it's the way they've been cooking their hormones with nightly hot showers. Now here's the twist. The same shower, done at a different time, can boost testosterone. Research shows that warming your core temperature a few hours before bed, say late afternoon or early evening, helps your body cool down more efficiently at night, deepening sleep and strengthening hormone release. In other words, a 6 p.m. hot shower can help testosterone, but an 11 p.m. hot shower can hurt it. Timing is everything. Second piece: skin temperature cycles. Your body naturally cools toward evening as part of its sleep preparation. This drop in core temperature signals your brain to release melatonin, which in turn governs REM sleep and nocturnal erections. If you override that with a late hot shower, you're fighting biology. But if you align with it, say warm shower earlier, cool rinse later, you're amplifying the very signal that sets erections in motion. It's like surfing with the tide instead of against it. Third, when not to shower. This surprises many men. If you've just done a late-night intense workout, resist the urge to jump into a blazing hot shower right away. Why? Because you've already spiked cortisol with exercise. Adding extreme heat keeps cortisol elevated, which suppresses testosterone and delays deep sleep. Instead, do a brief, lukewarm rinse to clean sweat, hydrate, and let your body cool naturally. Save the longer, warmer shower for earlier in the day, when cortisol is supposed to be higher. And here's something else men miss: the skin-to-brain connection. Nerve endings in your skin talk directly to your autonomic nervous system. Too much late-night stimulation, whether it's icy cold, burning hot, or even aggressive scrubbing, keeps your body on alert. That alertness blocks the parasympathetic dominance you need for erections. Gentle, balanced water temperature and minimal irritation tell your brain it's safe, it's calm, and it's time to restore. And remember, erections are a safety signal. They only thrive in calm. Let's talk about the testosterone shower trick that maximizes morning erections. If you want to harness showers to support, not sabotage, your hormones, take your main warm shower earlier in the evening, around 6 to 8 p.m. Finish with a short cool rinse to drop skin temperature. Hydrate afterward. Then, if you want a quick rinse before bed for hygiene, make it brief, lukewarm, and under dim light. This way, you stay clean without sabotaging melatonin, blood flow, or testosterone rhythm. The men who follow this consistently report not just stronger morning wood but also deeper sleep, more stable energy, and even improvements in mood. That's because you're not just treating erections, you're syncing your body's master clocks. Now let me give you the most overlooked secret. Sometimes skipping the shower is better. If you've already showered earlier and you're clean, consider skipping the bedtime rinse. Going to bed without disrupting your skin temperature or blasting your eyes with light may give you a stronger erection the next morning than any hot shower ever could. Less can be more when it comes to nighttime habits. So let's pull it together. The long, late steaming shower under bright lights is not harmless. It's an erection thief. But when you reclaim control of timing, temperature, light, hydration, and circulation, your shower becomes a tool. You're not just cleaning your skin, you're supporting your hormones, protecting your vascular system, and setting up the kind of REM sleep that restores strong, reliable morning wood. Remember this: your erections are not gone, they're just waiting for better conditions. You can create those conditions tonight with a smarter shower. Stop sabotaging your biology. Work with it, and your body will reward you with the vitality, confidence, and erections you thought were lost to age. Because age isn't the problem. The problem is habits. And when you change them, even something as simple as how and when you shower, you prove to yourself that strong erections after 50 aren't just possible. They're natural.